Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 2 of my FIFA 16 Ultimate Team Road to Glory series. And first up here, we're going to be signing Ricky Lambert, English striker, obviously, for 450 coins. Buy it now, the cheapest English gold striker on the market at this point in time. Obviously, because of his slow pace, 47 pace. His pace is not going to be an impact at all, but he's an amazing finisher, especially for that price. A player with 81 shooting, which is going to mean he's going to have some pretty decent shooting stats, like shooting, shot power, long shots, all that kind of stuff. He'll be, pretty decent, and hopefully he can score some goals for us. It will be a good definitely output if he does for that price. And we did, the first game we drew against a better team it was as well, so I was pretty happy with that, even though it was a late minute goal they scored. Maybe should have won, but putting that behind us now, and we're going into our next game. We're going to be playing at home. Hopefully that may give us a slight advantage, but yeah, Lambert and legend Alan Shearer. That is very exciting, that prospect. And look at this guy's chemistry and only 2 gold players. You got Sissoko in there. He's a decent player, but we should be able to beat this team. And this game did have slight lag. Just thought I should mention that if you do notice that throughout the gameplay. But Massey, he steps up with a massive goal there once again. You would have seen the lag affecting there, but it definitely didn't affect the strike. That was an amazing strike. And Lambert in there trying to make the impact. But yeah, what a hit that was. And I think this guy was I was playing against, he wasn't in Australia. I think that will be the only explanation for the bad lag. Sometimes I get faced against people like from Asia because Australia's kind of partnered, or they're in that kind of area, like the Asian area. So yeah, sometimes that happens. So apologies if some games are like that, but I'll try not to mention it too many other times. But here we're going to be looking for the second goal, and as to be expected, like I was going into this game expecting to win once I saw his team, because really bad chemistry. That's what I'm liking. We're probably at the same kind of stage. Like, he's only got 2 gold players. We have similar teams in terms of quality, but the chemistry we're working towards it being 100%. This guy is not very close at all as we make it 3-0. Ricky Lambert, obviously, making a very good impact. He seems like a really good signing. And there's something I'm noticing already, and I guess that's how I'm developing this series. I'm kind of making it in the style of a career mode series, how I produce them with my commentaries and everything like that. And how about Alan Shearer once again? He was just getting past with ease. The initial dribble when he was on the halfway line, and then he was able to use the little bit of pace he has, and even the defender had no idea what he was doing. Went in for the slide challenge, and I was already past, and you can see I went for the fake shot, and then it was left to finish to make it 4-0. But as I was saying, I really feel this is in the style of a career mode series, how I'm recording it and everything like that, more so how I'm commentating. It just feels really similar, as they do have a late chance there from Rufa, but he wasn't able to even get that on target from that kind of area. So, not very good player, I would imagine. I'm not talking about the guy I'm playing against. I think that player would have been a bronze player, obviously. So, he wasn't able to score not even 1 goal in this game. I think we did play really, really well. We picked up 749 coins. We'll take that and put it in the bank. And we did have 10 shots on target, so you could see the dominance in that game. And I was very happy. As we go unbeaten for the first 2 games, our coins 1,358, and we're going to be heading in to make a few more signings here. So we're going to be looking for a left midfielder, and I thought this will be a very good price for Jay Rodriguez, because there's no other card of him on the market for obviously 700 coins or less. So that was a good signing. I guess I got him below his actual value, which is good, his coin value. So because there was, none of him on the market. So I think that was a pretty good signing, as Osman was the only other left midfielder, and he's not really, I don't think he'll be an impact because of his pace. For me, you got to have pacey players. They don't have to have so much pace, because 83 pace from Rodriguez, that's enough. Just not like I talked about Osman, like 62 pace. You have pace in the 60s, you're not going to be an effective winger. That's like in real life as well. If you have that kind of pace, whatever it's reflected to in real life, you won't be an impact as a winger, like running at players. So I'll definitely look for some pace in wingers. Also Westwood, who's cheap. We're going to pick him up for the starting price on the current bid, 350 coins. he has one specific area to his game, and that's his passing. You can see passing 81, but because of all his other attributes are a bit lower, and he's 75 overall, like he's almost a silver card, so he doesn't cost too much, but he's actually a really good passer. He's a guy, if you know how to use him to the best of his ability, like his target attributes, basically just passing really well with him. Short passes, everything like that. He's a good player. You can maintain possession pretty well with him in the games I've used him so far. So hopefully, you'll be able to see that. Well, you probably won't see it too much, but hopefully you'll see that in me doing well in games. He'll play a part in holding onto the ball and maintaining possession and creating chances, even though he may not be the player who gets the assists. He'll be the player probably before the assists, most likely. So now we're going into the next game, and our team is kind of formulating, isn't it? Like I mentioned with the chemistry, 96 right now. So you compare that to the team we played, had like 42 chemistry. It's coming along really, really well. So the next guy we're facing has a pretty strong team, but poor chemistry, or considering the players he have. If you compare it to me, like he's on 73 chemistry, but they do have an early chance through Sigurdsson, only 9 minutes in, and he was able to finish. I was pretty disappointed because we go behind very early. I feel as though when you go behind early, you still have a lot of time to come back, so I'd rather concede now, and then we'll have enough time to score a goal. So not too long after, we're going to create a chance of our own. Westwood, like I mentioned, just watching what he can do with the pass. Sometimes makes runs forward there again, so plays 2 passes in this play, and it's going to lead to the goal. And exactly like I mentioned, he won't go down as the player getting the assist. Rodriguez did, but he played 2 passes in that piece of play, getting forward, being direct passes as well, not just passing back or something. So he did really well there, but something is going to happen here. Apparently I lost my connection as it was equal. It was a draw, 1-1, so just keep that in mind to what's going to happen now. We're getting kicked out of Ultimate Team apparently, and I didn't disconnect my internet, obviously. It was just, like that right away. So I tried to reconnect right away to see if the servers didn't go down or anything like that. I'm just connecting to the servers, and look, magic like that. I connect right away. So why was I kicked off? I was able to reconnect right away. So if it was my fault, if my internet went down, I wouldn't have been able to reconnect 5 seconds later, just about. Am I right? I don't know. That's really annoying. 3 games in. And this is the kind of stuff that makes me not want to play Ultimate Team, if I'm honest. Like, if you don't see my Ultimate Team series I've done in the past, I get frustrated by this kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and Alan Shearer especially, I had 3 games to use him, and I used him in less than 2.5 games. So, yeah, just don't mind me getting a bit frustrated about that. But, yeah, and we were unbeaten up until then as well. I got the equaliser in that game as well. So we weren't behind, and we get credited with a 3-0 loss when I didn't even disconnect. You saw I was able to reconnect right away. And now, without Shearer, I have only 300 coins about. So Suarez is going to have to play, and Matias Suarez is going to have to come in. And yeah, it drops the chemistry down. And that's all not my fault. Like, I'm just being honest here. Like, I'm not someone... Well, it depends what you think. But yeah, I generally don't like to complain. But this is something that annoys me. It affects... Like, the reason why I'm not going to be having more coins to sign a replacement for Shearer for this next game is because of EA, because the game disconnected and I didn't get my coins for that match. I probably would have got close to 1,000 once again, like after every game, like I've been getting lately. After my coins I get for the game, I have a bit over 1,000. I would be able to make a decent striker signing. So, and look at the team we're playing against today. Pretty solid team. You got some Spanish players in there. Looks pretty decent. 100 chemistry as well. So hopefully we can avoid defeat and maybe even get a win if we can play some good FIFA, as Westwood is making impact. He's doing really, really well. He tried to play the ball in there. It was a bit scrappy, but still, I was surprised. I guess it was a scrappy goal, so maybe a bit lucky with that goal, but I worked hard for that. Kept putting the ball in, took the shots, and finally was able to finish. So I was happy with that. But while I was playing this game, I was still frustrated from what happened in the last game, that I got a loss for it, especially a 3-0 loss. That didn't happen, and Ricky Lambert was able to win a penalty as he was taken down in the box just as he was taking his shot. So hopefully maybe we can dead and bury this game. make it 2-0 going into halftime, and maybe that guy who'll just give up and is like, oh, I'm not going to win this game. So big chance here with Ricky Lambert, who has 96 penalty taking, and look at that, didn't look like missing at all. That was a superb penalty, and what you really would expect with someone with 96 penalty taking. That's another positive of signing him. One of the best penalty takers in the game, especially on his normal card, not on inform or special type of card. Yeah, amazing penalty taker. Scores his second for today as well. So later in the game here, they do have a corner, but I had no idea what was that. Did he want to score from the corner? It's like he gave up. But anyway, Rodriguez plays a fantastic ball to Suarez, and look at all the players we have here. There's numbers everywhere, and we're just going to make sure of it. Lambert, thinking back now, I maybe should have tried and get a hat-trick with Lambert, but again, like I said, from the last game, I got disconnected. I was really frustrated still going to this game, so I just wanted to get the biggest win as possible. So yeah, maybe a bit sweaty, that people will call that, but even though it's not really a real footballing term, so I don't generally use it myself, but either way, I just wanted to get the biggest win as possible, most coins as possible, because obviously the previous game put us on the back foot a bit, but we got back with a 3-0 victory here today, and I was pretty happy. Like, you looked at that guy's team, 100 chemistry and all gold players, and really I dominated him 3-0. So yeah, and I guess I was really motivated to get a win, and I was playing. When you play frustrated, you do well, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I had a lot of fire in the belly, and I was able to get the victory. So, any new signings you think I should make to the team? Drop in the comments. Drop a like if you'd like to see some more of this, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode.